welcome to Lumberjillville. Women's wrestling lives here. Today we're going to be reviewing Elite Series 71 Target exclusive Paige.
Hey man, get your hands off my woman.
Hey. Nobody talks about these amazing women, or women in general, like that here in Lumberjillville. Oh god. Drunk Alberto Del Rio in figure size, really? So does everybody just know about this magic cabinet now or something? Plus, I thought you two broke up a long time ago and in real life.
Hey, but our finger relationship is still going strong.
Whoa, finger relationship? You mean figure relationship? And on top of that, I'm astounded. I don't understand how you were brought back to life and somehow managed to get drunk in 10 seconds? I mean, holy moly. I mean, don't you remember what happened in real life when you go on those drunken tirades against WWE? It got you in some real trouble, honestly. I mean, bad things happen when you put that toxic stuff in your body.
Hey, you're toxic stuff.
Alright, you know what? I'm done with this. Because women's wrestling lives here, not drunk Alberto Del Rio figures, okay? So anyway, let's get on with the review. So this attire is based off of her December 11th, 2017 Raw appearance, where she and the rest of Absolution, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, defeated the team of Mickie James, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. Now, at the time, she was still wrestling, but it was around this time that an injury from a house show would actually derail her wrestling career. So this kind of signifies the last few moments or the last few matches that she had in the ring, so that makes this pretty significant. However, it is important to note, and I'll cover it later, that Elite Series 34, to me, is a more significant historic figure, but we'll go over that later. But just to start, this attire just rocks. Now let's get a closer look, starting with that entrance jacket. Detail on this entrance jacket is simply stunning. I mean, it's awesome. And what really makes this jacket awesome is that hood being up and over her head, because that's how it was when she came out in her entrance. Now, she does have that 45-degree angle arms, Christmas story, little brother in the jacket type thing going on here, but it's really not too bad, honestly. It's really starting to bother me less and less. But either way, let's take a closer look at all the little molded details on this jacket. There's a bunch of studs on the hood, on the arms, and even on the back this is all molded on with little spikes that are actually raised out, painted silver. And it's got these two straps that hang down. Now, I wanted to see how easy it was to take off, and actually, fun fact while I do this, is I saw a spider crawl up her sleeve a couple weeks ago, so we'll see if it's there. Now, this is a very soft, stretchy plastic, so that was easy. Wow, okay. So here's the jacket off of her. I mean, that was freaking easy to take off, so great accessory. Now, let's move on to this TrueFX face scan. Now, she has had plenty of figures in the past, and most of them were pretty awesome, honestly. But this, in my opinion, is probably my favorite one of Paige, because this is the first and only time they use this TrueFX face scan, and it's simply stunning, honestly. I mean, I think they did a great job with her face on previous figures, but this one just looks so lifelike and so real that it's kind of crazy, honestly. And in combination with this hair mold, it looks perfect. I mean, it looks just like Paige. It's absolutely crazy. Her dimple in her chin is not as prominent on this figure as her other ones. As you can tell, it's a little hard to see, but it's there. And I mean, all her features are there. So this to me is my favorite scan of hers by far. So truth being told, she came boxed with this entrance jacket on. And I haven't taken it off of her because I don't really see a reason to. However, now that I took it off, I see all that was hidden underneath, and I'll show you what I mean. So taking a look at her top, it's just her WWEshop.com shirt at the time, the Paige shirt, and it looks good with a little purple paint with the white outline. She's got a little choker necklace painted on. And turning it around, it's a really nice addition that they added, the Scream is back with Paige written very tiny there. And they also included a little tattoo on the back of her neck. Now, this is where the details are awesome, and I'm a little upset and a little sad that they have to be covered up by that jacket, but if you look at her right arm, look closely at the tattoo on her right forearm, it says Girl in the Mirror. It's a lot more easy to read in person, honestly. And on her right thumb area, she has a tattoo, which is accurate. And on her left thumb, she has a tattoo, which is accurate. So I just love when they go the extra mile with tattoos and details. And it is a little disappointing whenever it's covered up, but considering we got this awesome entrance jacket that is super accurate to that night, I'm not complaining. I just think that's pretty amazing, everything underneath. So let's move to that lower extremity. Now, moving on to the lower extremity, this is really nothing new if you're familiar with any of her previous figure releases. I mean, she's got the molded short pattern detail on the lower extremity with the belt molding. It's in all black. A lot of times they've included silver detail painting, but this is just all solid black. Now, the fishnet design is very intricately painted and looks awesome. Now, she has black knee pads and then black high socks with their signature little boots. And what's awesome is if you look closely, there's little gold paint marks here, symbolizing the stitching that's at the base of the Doc Marten type boots. So yeah, it's very accurate. Now that being said, let's compare her to her previous Elite and previous Basic here. Alright, so usually when I do this part of the review and I compare previous releases of a superstar, it's easy for me to point out the horrible, the good, and so on. But for Paige, honestly, most of her figures rule and in their own ways, in my opinion, but that's just me. Now, these are the only other 2 Paige figures I have. Now, down the road, I'd like to collect them all, maybe do a history of Paige figures, we'll see. But anyway, on the right here, this is Elite Series 34, and to me, this is the iconic Paige figure that collectors really need to try to get, especially if they keep their figures carded because of the significance of this event. So this attire is based off of her main roster debut on Raw, where she beat AJ Lee to win the Divas title. Now, the important thing about that is she completely changed the culture and the whole atmosphere for the women's division, and everything changed after that night. So, to me, that is awesome, and eventually I'd like to get it carded. It's just a little pricey. But that is the iconic Paige figure. Now, on the left here, we have Basic Series 105. And recently, Basic figures have been horribly disappointing, in my opinion, with not a lot of articulation, detail, and so on. But this is Basic 105. It's not too long ago, and they did a pretty awesome job of including details. And you can get this figure on the cheap. So if you're looking just for a Paige as a placeholder, I mean, this one rules in my opinion. It's even got the little mid-thorax type articulation, which they've started taking away from the Basic women's figures. So honestly, if I had to say which one is my favorite, I'd say out of box, loose, I would say the middle one. So the collector's edition Target exclusive that I am reviewing. And that's just because this jacket's awesome. Now, if I kept them carded, then it would definitely be Elite Series 34, just because of the significance. Now, as far as availability goes...
Hey, she's not available, man. She's taken by me. She's mine.
Hey, whoa. Drunk Alberto Del Rio figure? That is no way to talk to any woman, even if it's just a figure here in Lumberjillville. She isn't yours, she isn't anybody's, okay? You need some help, man. You gotta clean it up. Come here, Alexa, can you help out our brother here?
Oh, don't worry. I have something in mind for him.
Hey, watch the scarf, man. Watch the scarf, man. What are you doing, man? Let me go.
Yeah, clean yourself up, drunk Alberto Del Rio figure. Anyway, as far as availability goes, you can find Elite Series 71 Target exclusive Paige on eBay for around the $40 price range. And honestly, that Elite Series 34 goes round about that same price. So if you're on a bit of a budget or you only want one Paige figure, I would definitely go for that Elite Series 34, just due to the significance of it. But this is a great Elite figure, and definitely one to add to your collection if you're a women's division collector. So overall, I give Elite Series 71 Target exclusive Collector's Edition Paige a score of a 9 out of 10. I mean, this is a great Paige figure. However, she has had a lot of awesome, historical, and very detailed figures before it. However, to me, this face scan is the top one out of the bunch. So it's a great figure. Thanks for stopping by Oh, hey there, my little klepto-comer. Did you get Alberto the help he needs?
Oh, I think I found a way to straighten him out. I told him I wouldn't come get him until he promised to change.
OMG, I'm so glad I have someone to talk to finally. So I met this guy, and he was super cute, and he was like really tall and had dark hair, and was totally my type, okay? And he turned out to be a real jerk. His name was Ken. I don't know if you've seen him or heard of him, but yeah, that's his name. And let me tell you something about that. So he was just a huge...
Oh my god, I will never get figure drunk again, and I will never talk bad about any woman ever. I respect them. Please just let me go.
Excellent. Good. Anyways, thanks for stopping by Lumberjillville. Women's wrestling lives here. Make sure to hit like and subscribe for all the newest and latest and even classic women's wrestling figure reviews. Have a good night, y'all.